From USA Field in the beautiful city, Chicago, Illinois, WGN Sports presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Adam Dunn, A.J. Pierzynski, and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Don Mattingly's Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrelson as we get set to bring you the finale of this three-game set, and it will be the rubber match. We had a bad beat in game one of this series. We had a 3-2 lead, top of the ninth, 2 out, and then Russell Mitchell hit the home run to tie it. Dodgers won at 6-4-10. But yesterday it was Mark Buehrle. Mark Buehrle picking up his 4th victory of the season, his 24th in interleague plays, 24-6. That's the best of anybody. And this afternoon, Edwin Jackson.
Well, Edwin Jackson has really struggled recently, and their records are inversed. Kuroda and Jackson. Jackson's 3-5. Hokie Kuroda's 5-3. But the recipe for victory yesterday was easy. Solid pitching, some big early offense, and hopefully today more of the same. Kuroda's one of those crafty veterans who will throw everything up there, including the splitter. He's got a good curveball. He's got a fastball tops out about 92. As far as Jackson is concerned, he's got great stuff. He's always had great stuff. But the ERA has been climbing up because of his inability to defend his position, and he's got to watch the running game. The Dodgers are 26-9 in stealing bases. Conversely, the Sox have only thrown out 6 of the 41 trying to steal against him. A lot of that has to do with the pitchers. Hopefully they'll change today, and we'll take the third final and rubber game of the series.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
The official tortilla and tortilla chip.
Chicago White Sox baseball in high definition is brought to you by Xfinity, only from Comcast. Today's game is available in Spanish on your SAP audio setting, provided by WRTO La Tremenda, Chicago's Spanish language sports leader. White Sox have taken the field. It's a beautiful day in Chicago, one of the best we've had, if not the best. And here's how Don Mattingly is going to line up his Los Angeles Dodgers. Rafael Furcal is back in the lineup after a prolonged absence. Then it's going to be Carroll, who's had a good series, Ethier, Kemp, James Loney. Then Barajas, Gibbons, Sands, and Mitchell round out the lineup. The defense and how they will play behind Edwin Jackson, left to right, Pierre Rios and Lillibridge. In the infield, Vizquel, Ramirez, Beckham, and Dunn. A.J. Pierzynski behind the plate and Edwin Jackson on the hill. Edwin in his 10th start, looking for his 4th win. ERA 4.5. There you look at the overall numbers. More hits than innings pitched, and with his stuff, that should not be a factor. The umpires for the game today: Field and Culbreth behind the plate, Gary Cedarstrom at first, Lance Barksdale is at second, and Adrian Johnson is at third. And there's a look at Jackson, who's going to have to keep the ball down today. Occasionally he'll get up high with that fastball, and today the ballpark won't hold him. So Ozzie looking for a little early offense, just as we did yesterday. And his counterpart, Don Mattingly, is wondering when his team is going to get healthy enough to fit back together. The first piece is back, and that's in Rafael Furcal. So they've thrown the ball around the infield. We're ready to play baseball, and I'm ready to turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here for WGN Sports. So happy you could join us for the finale of this 3-game set and the finale of the 7-game homestand. So here's Furcal. Rafael comes in hitting at 192, and the first pitch of the ball game is taken outside. Furcal, a much injured athlete. And count 2-0. Don't walk anybody. Dodgers will run. They're 26 for 35 in that category, and what a glorious day here in the beautiful city. Best by far we have had all season long. And there's a strike. 2-1.
Furcal had a hand injury, then came back, then had a knee injury. Now I hope he's back for good.
That's amazing. You know, he's such a talented guy. It's just amazing how many injuries he's had. Seems like he's on the DL forever.
Yeah, it's the only thing that's really stopped him during the course of his career, because when he is healthy, he's a tremendous force.
And the 2-2 pitch. That's just foul. And here at beautiful US Cellular Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straight away center.
Well, last year hit an even 300, but he only played 97 games.
Yes, he did. He gone. One down.
Edwin trying to keep everything up, stays upstairs with this, and Furcal could not check his swing. Adrian Johnson says he did swing, and he went completely around.
So here's one of our nemesis, pain in the behind, Jamie Carroll, hitting at 318. He's 5 for 9 in this series. Takes first pitch strike. Lifetime against Edwin is 3 for 4. Dodgers come in hitting at 250 as a team with a 4.06 ERA. Dodgers 10-12 on the road. And the count evens at 1.
Gotta be careful not to go inside with any soft stuff or leave anything belt high on the inner portion, because that's a ball Carroll can pull. Normally he hits the ball to right and right center.
37-year-old veteran. His homestand started 2 with Texas. They won game 1. We won game 2. Indians come to town for 2. We win game 1 and game 2. Big game set with the Dodgers. They win game 1. It was a tough beat for us in case you missed the opening. We had a 3-2 lead, top of the 9th inning, 2 out. And then Russell Mitchell hit that home run to tie it, and they won it in the 10th. Little soft ground ball. But then yesterday, Mark Burley was Mark Burley. But new, picking up his 152nd victory. He is now 39 games over 500. He is now 24-6 in interleague play, which is a major league best. 24-6. So here's Ethier. 1 for 7 in the series. I think if I was a National League general manager, I might have to think about trying to work out a deal for him.
The way he's pitched against the National League clubs, I think that would certainly be consideration.
Yeah, 24-6.
Pretty tough to give him up at this point.
No, but I mean, there's always a price.
There is always a price, and everybody is available, even the star of your team.
I've never seen a player yet that didn't get traded.
There are enough good players out there where you can put something together if you really want something.
There's a strike to Ethier, and the count 2-1.
They can sell Babe Ruth. They can trade just about anyone.
For a Broadway play. And the count 2-2. Ethier earlier, of course, had that 30-game hitting streak. And he has faced Edwin 10 times, has 3 hits, 2 of which stayed in the park. There's a hard slashing foul ball.
I talked to Jeff Pentland, the hitting coach, about Ethier. He said after that 30-game hitting streak that we're looking at now, it seems like some of the air went out of the balloon and he went through a few struggles, not hitting the way he did before. He will, though.
He gone. 1, 2, 3 inning, couple strikeouts after a half inning play as the Dodgers nothing and the good guys coming to bat.
Northwest Indiana BMW dealers. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. And Ozzy's going to line him up with Juan Pierre in a 6-game hitting streak leading off. Then it's Ramirez. Dunn playing at first base today with Paul Konerko, the DH. AJ gets a nod behind the plate. Then it's Rios, Vizquel, Lillibridge again. Witten has a sore knee, and Beckham playing second and hitting 9th. The defense, and now they'll line up behind Hokie Kuroda. It's Sandskamp and Ethier left to right with Mitchell for Cal. Carroll and Loney. Rod Barajas behind the plate, and the venerable Hokie Kuroda on the hill. He's 5-3. The ERA 2.80. Conan's hitting 2.49, which means that he's given up a hit per inning. Just under that. His 9 hits for 9 innings, a .250 batting average against. You see the walk to strikeout ratio over 3-1, which is very good. He's got everything. He has a slider, the curveball, fastball that he pitches comfortably at 90 to 91, but can get it up there to 93, and throws a splitter to wipe you out.
And before we show you our picks to click you at home, select yours. As Juan Pierre stands in, 3 for 10 in the series. Takes first pitch strike. One comes in on the season, hitting at .250, no homers. He's driven in 9. That's what the Sox are leading the club, .250 with a 3.91 team ERA. And as typical of most Japanese pitchers, there is a hesitation in their windup.
Well, it gives you some deception, and if you throw from straight over the top or high 3/4, especially a right-hander needs a little deception.
That's up high, 2-1. Sox 144 and 105 in interleague play, second best only to the Yankees. That's tough foul.
Coming into action today, Cleveland had won 2 very tough and tight ball games against Cincinnati. But today, they've started out clobbering Cincinnati, leading 7-1. That game in the bottom of the 3rd. So, the Tribe not cooling off much.
Well, again, it's a state of mind. Everything in sports is a state of mind. Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right either way. And right now, they think they can. There's a base hit. A good way to start.
7-game hitting streak for Juan Pierre, who's starting as the weather is to heat up. Got him to a point where Kuroda had to come to him with a fastball. This ball up and on the inner portion. Juan just takes it over the head of Rafael Furcal.
What about the Tribe on the other side of the ledger? We played them 5 times and we have won 4 of the 5.
There is no doubt that when we played the first 2 games this season, it didn't look like they would be contending. That has gone by the boards as Detroit has lost 5 games in a row. Cleveland has a 7-game lead over Detroit and Kansas City.
Alexei, stay fair. It won't. Alexei hitting at .273, 5 homers, 18 knocked in. Maniac has got those guys playing some outstanding baseball. Tim Belcher's got those pitchers pitching some outstanding baseball.
And they're doing it without Hafner now, who just was DL'd with an oblique. Grady Sizemore, who's got a knee problem.
Decent lead by Pierre. He's just 6 for 14. Has not found his rhythm yet at all this season. He's stealing bases. .68 last year to lead the big leagues. Long set by Kuroda. And that is just foul. Kuroda, 36 years old, 6'1", 190 pounds, out of Hiroshima.
Here you see the record in an even 500 in our major leagues. An ERA more than respectable for a starter at 3.5, this being his 92nd start.
Well, if you got a pitcher who's 500 in the big leagues and he's going to give you innings, he is a very valuable asset.
Plays with a home ballpark that is an extreme pitcher's park.
Good check by Alexei, and the count 1-2. Adam Dunn on deck. That ball hit hard. Sands giving chase, stretches, looks up, you can put it on the board. Yes! Yes! take a quick 2-0 lead. Mercer.
Pregame, we talked about the recipe for a victory, which would be some solid pitching and early offense. And 2 hitters and 2 runs later, there's the early offense. As Alexi hits his 6th home run, he's driven in 20. We told you it'd be a lively ballpark. It is red hot here today. First day where the ball's really going to jump.
And here's Adam Dunn. At 190, 4 homers, he's driven in 20. Exit up high. 86 degrees as we speak. We're at 124 at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field. And as you can see, the flags standing straight up. That's up high in the count 2-0. Adam 0 for 9 in this series. Lifetime he has faced Kuroda 7 times, has 3 hits, 1 home.
I would say that he was looking for it, got it, and was so far out in front of it, he almost hit it behind him.
Well, the one thing that Adam has not been doing, the hitters have to do, especially power hitters, which he is certainly that. Grand Canyon can't hold him, is you got to cover the fastball. You've got to cover the fastball. And once you start covering that fastball, everything else comes back to you. You become a better breaking ball hitter. You become a better slider hitter. You become a better curveball hitter. You become a better changeup hitter. If you, in your mind, you know you can cover the fastball. Two-two.
There's the wipeout splitter that we talked about. They set him up with the fastball. He threw the splitter.
And with 1 out, let's check out our picks to click. Janangio, our director and crew, with Beckham. Sean Palmer's going with Alexi Ramirez, who just hit the 2-run homer. And Dave Fairman, Matt McEntee, great coach Paul, and everybody out of Golf Club Scottsdale, and we're going to go with Adam Dunn. The big man's going to get rolling here pretty soon. When he does, that offense is going to take off. So here's Paulie. Takes a breaking ball strike. Couldn't get the fastball. That one at 93 and the count 0-2. Paulie 3 for 10 in this series with 3 big RBIs. Paulie has faced Kuroda 3 times, has 1 hit, and it left the premises. The ball hit hard into right field, but Ethier is there. Out number 2.
Kuroda had some good years in Japan, but you'd never say he had great years. 15 and 12 in 05, 13 and 6 in 06, 12 and 8, and then after those 3 years came to the Dodgers, where his first year in 2008 he was 9 and 10. His ERA has been consistently in the 3s, and he's been fairly durable over the course of his brief Major League career.
Well, you know what you're going to get with him. Yep. And general managers need that. Managers need to know what you're going to get when you go to the ballpark a certain day. You might have a guy who's having a bad outing, sure, but overall you know what you're going to get.
Keep you out of that bullpen.
That ball hit deep. Ethier looks up. You can put it on the ball. Yes! A bomb by Pierzynski. And the Sox lead it 3-0. Mercer.
Second home run of the year. He's driven in 13. A no-doubter. Ethier just looked up, took a step, and Watched it sail out. Kuroda got this one right down the middle without a whole lot on it. And AJ smoked it.
Don't stop now, boys. As here's Rios hitting at 205, 4 homers. He's driven in 12. Takes first pitch strike.
Kuroda's now given up 9 home runs in 61 and 2/3 innings. He's going to give a few more if he stays around today.
Checks it up and a count 2-1. And that's foul. Of course, with those 2 home runs by Alexei and AJ, the Alex Nellius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 45 and 46. So $4,600 donated by Alex Nellius in loving memory of Ursula. The 2-2. And it's full.
Vizquel in the on-deck circle. If Alex can keep it alive.
And there is a base hit in the center. Kemp pulled up on
it. Looked like Matt Kemp thought he had a chance at that one, and it was a sinking line drive. Fastball down on the outer portion of the plate. Alex hits a rocket to center field. Looked for a moment like Kemp would make the play. But he had to pull up to make sure it wouldn't get by him.
Here's Omar hitting at 333, 2 for 8 in the series. Breaking ball, fakes the bunt, takes the strike. That curveball misses. Count evens at 1 to our 44-year-old phenom. Checks it up down low. 2 balls in the strike.
Kemp is playing awfully deep in center field for Omar Vizquel. He's fairly well back there.
You know, for every center fielder you see play shallow, you'll see about 9 that play deep. And that's popped up left side. Everybody converging, and Furcal makes the catch. Nice play, and it'll retire the side, but not before. 2-run homer by Ramirez, the solo shot by AJ, and it is 3-0 White Sox. second inning. It'll be Kemp, Loney, and Barajas face Edwin Jackson. And the ball is jumping today. As there's first pitch strike. Kemp's the best hitter on this ball club. 324, 10 homers, 32 RBIs, leading him in everything. One out. He's amazing. Just sets the glove there and the ball finds it.
Doesn't matter where you put him.
Well, I was talking to a buddy of mine prior to the game, and we were talking about Cal Ripken. And when my friend saw him he says, Cal, he says, I saw you play for 20 years, and I still don't know if you have any range. Because every time the ball was hit, you were right in front of it.
He set up really well, and he also had a pitching staff that could execute to the defensive charts, and that has a whole lot to do with it.
And especially when you're calling the pitches.
Well, that's the factor.
So here's Loney. That seems like every time the ball is hit to Omar, he's standing right in front of it.
Well, Earl Weaver was the guy that took a third baseman that nobody thought could play shortstop because he was too big, and insisted that he could certainly play there. Worked out pretty well for him.
There's the strike. And the count 2-1. No walks. On a windy day, any day. Calm, windy, hot, cold. You don't want to walk.
He doesn't have a whole lot of power, but a day like today, he could reach the seats.
There's a little looper, and there's a base hit. Well, that's a real duck snort right there. So you can cancel a post-game show. First hit off Jackson.
Three and one. Looking for the fastball. Didn't get a whole lot of it, but he got enough of it to just barely coax it over the head of Gordon Beckham.
That'll bring up Barajas, hitting at 222, 7 homers. He's dangerous. He's one of those guys swing hard in case you hit it. Knocked in 15, 0 for 4 yesterday. Gets it up high, got it at 95.
Outfield straight away, fairly deep all the way around. Barajas is a defensive first catcher.
$17 homers last year between the Mets and the Dodgers. And there's a strike. A little spinner. And the count 1-1. It's going to be a tough trip after we finish this game today. Board our charter. Head on down to Texas for 3. And after that, we fly up to Canada from Texas for 4. And then from there we go to Fenway Park for 3. So this is going to be a tougher trip for us than that West Coast that we were just on.
I think it's going to be probably the toughest trip of the year. Only because this is a trip where we've got to make it happen. It's the tail end of a 20 out of 27 on the road stretch. And we face 3 pretty decent home ball clubs.
Now you're going to face the Red Sox that are playing immensely when they started off. You're going to face Texas. They have some of their guys back now. Josh Hamilton. And you're going to face Toronto, where if you don't pitch well, they're going to beat you.
Toronto's just a game and a half out of first place. I mean, they started off slowly, and they've won 8 of their last 10. They've got some thunder in that lineup.
Jose Bautista, red hot. That's popped up right side. Gordon. He's got the bead now. And they get it! So a brain cramp right there by Loney. Gets doubled off, and that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the second. It is 3-0. Good guy.
It is indeed a brain cramp on the part of Loney. Maybe he didn't pick up the baseball, but Beckham is camping out under it and quickly fires to first, and they double him off, get taken out of the inning. Chicago White Sox baseball in high definition is brought to you by Xfinity, only from Comcast.
You can bet that that'll be the last time that ever happens to James Loney.
Especially if it
doesn't, shame on him.
Especially if Don Mattingly has anything to say about it. He was a pretty fundamentally sound player.
Don Mattingly was outstanding, not good. He was an awesome first baseman. One of the best in the game. And he could hit a little bit. A pitch outside to Lillibridge. And hitting at 325, 4 homers. He's driven in 7.
I talked to Don about his stint with the Yankees coming up. He said, look, I was from a small town, Evansville, Indiana, and I didn't know about the media. I didn't know about all the pressures of that. But I did know I could handle the field.
That's right side pop-up. Loney, foul ground, fighting the wind, makes the catch, out number 1.
So he said, if I could handle the field, then I knew the rest would eventually take care of itself. And he said, media didn't bother me. All the New York pressures didn't bother me. He said, but you could be sure that you had to be careful who you brought into that environment. Because there's not many tougher places to play, and it just ate up some players.
Well, there's not a first baseman in the game today that was better than him. Defensive. So here's Beckham. Hitting at 220, 4 homers, he's driven in 15, and he was a class act all the way.
He also was a big run producer.
He was to the Yankees in his time zone what Jeter is to the Yankees today. Two 2-0 the count. Gordon 3 for 7 in the series with a homer. With a 2-run homer off Ted Lilly in the opener. And there's a bullet. Cut off nicely by Kemp, rounded off. Makes a beautiful throw into second. Throw the 1-out single.
Gordon is starting to hit the ball a little bit better. That's a fastball, and it bisects the middle of the plate. Gordon hits it right over for Call's head. 5 times Don Mattingly drove in 100+ runs. 1 year, 1985, he drove in 145. That's It's a pretty strong year.
Well, he was that big 7th, 8th, and 9th inning hitter for him. Here's Pierre. He started off last inning with a solid single.
One took a look at third baseman Russ Mitchell and decided that he wanted him in a couple more steps, so he fakes a bunt. Always got some room to slap it to his left.
One out and a 1-0 pitch. Popped him up. Jerry Sands, good looking young 23-year-old outfielder, will make the catch. Well, he's a guy to watch. He's got a chance to be a good one, a real good one. And you can organize a group outing of 20 or more guests during the season, purchase a block of tickets, or enhance your outing with one of 6 great party areas. Now, the more tickets you order, the more money you save. So call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. Of course, that is the realm of the Bertucci boys. They will take care of it.
Bobby made a trip up to the booth before the game today, so we thank him very much.
Big hack by Alexei, who cranked out his 6th homer, a 2-run shot last inning. And that ball hit hard. Stretch. Kemp goes back, and it's off the wall. So here comes Beckham. He's going to score on the double by Alexei, and it is a 4-0 Sox lead. Yes.
Third RBI of the day, 21st of the year for Alexei. Sands gave it a run. Kemp, who's a little faster, tried to run it down. But this is a sinker. It's in a pretty good spot. But Ramirez certainly liked it. Drove it one hop against Louis Aparicio.
So here's Adam. He struck out last inning. Checks it up. Takes the curveball low and in.
Wind very much a factor down on the field. Dust blown around a bit. Adam had to call time.
And the count 2-0. The high one.
That's a sign of a very anxious hitter who is pressing.
There's no question about it. Pressing.
He's trying to hit 4-run homer with every swing because that fastball was a foot out of the zone.
And the count 3-1. Big White Sox hello. A big Sox fan, Matt Bodnar. And his crew at the game yesterday for that bachelor party. Big Sox fans. But right here, a 3-1 count. Chase ball 3 and Chase ball 4.
Ball was also just a touch off the plate.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens, you know, when you're going bad and you swing at the bad ones and you take the good ones. 2 out and the payoff. Ball ripped, but just foul.
That was the first pitch in this entire sequence. And it was the 6th pitch of the at-bat, but the first one that was actually in the strike zone.
These funks that you get into as a hitter, boy, they're tough to go through, especially when the team's not played well. And that's ball 4. So here comes Pauly. First walk issued by Kuroda. And Pauly 0 for 1 went out hard to right field. Don't stop now, boys. Breaking ball. Souvenir right side.
Runners in scoring position. Ball has been mighty tough to retire.
Well, that's how you get to own a 16,000 square foot house in Scottsdale.
And the ability to go to right center field.
And the count 0-2. Two on, 2 out, and the 0-2 pitch. Call up with it. Over to Carroll. They force Dunn, and that'll do it. But the RBI double by Alexei Ramirez knocks in Gordon Beckham, who is single. We'll go to the third, leading 4-0. 4/3 of the Dodger order. Gibbons, Sands, and Mitchell to face Edwin Jackson. Edwin has a 4-0 lead. And count 0-2. Straight back.
They have a shot.
Got it.
Well, almost a nasty collision between Hawk and Joe Pausback. Making friends wherever you go. Souvenir to the fans.
Yeah. Well, Joe and I were going to lock horns there like Moses.
He had the big problem of the camera to get around.
I know. Joe Pausback. Nothing in 2 to Gibbons. He gone.
Well, there's been a little controversy lately about the value of interleague play. Take a look at the high fastball out of the zone. When I took a look at some of the attendances yesterday, I was watching the Cleveland-Cincinnati game in Cleveland, and we were just there, and they drew 13,000, 14,000. They drew 40,531 against Cincinnati. Pittsburgh drew 37, almost 38,000 people against Detroit. Not exactly natural rivals, by the way. Way above Pittsburgh's norm. San Francisco drew 40,000 against Oakland. Kansas City 32,229 against St. Louis. And Baltimore in last place 33,207 against Washington.
Well, you know, the guys who don't like it certainly have their opinions. You know, but for us that do love interleague play, we just laugh at it. I mean, it's a joke because it's so one-sided. It's not even close.
Plus, tremendously big revenues.
Well, the biggest thing is it's a fans' game, and Sands hits that one just foul. It's a fans' game. The fans want it. They like it. And for those guys who don't like it, you know, the heck with it. It's just that simple. You know, those are the contrarians. Most of those guys, I'm not putting Joe Madden in that category because I love Joe Madden. But he doesn't like it. That's fine. That's his opinion. But the other guys, most of those guys are contrarians anyway. They don't like anything.
Now, the one thing he said is, that we've been talking about, is that there's a lot of folks who believe it's players' game or the owner's game or the media's game to a certain extent, and it's not. It always has been the fans' game, and it's what allows these guys to make the kind of money that they make.
Well,
fans
that's why you got the
supporting
Mike Mulligans. It's a fans' game.
It is a fans' game.
There's a strike. I mentioned earlier, this young man here has got a chance to be a monster. He's 23 years old. Last year, between 2 teams in the minor leagues, at 35 homers. About close to 140 games. And to count 2-2. Good job just to fight that one off. And I want to send a big White Sox hello and congratulations to a couple of huge Sox fans. Matt Stredney from Naperville, who's marrying Beth Bloss from Granger, Indiana. That's up high, full count.
Mitchell in the on deck circle. Miss Mitchell, the villain from the first game. Tacked on the first run given up since spring training started. Sergio Santos, when he hit the pole with 2 outs in the 9th inning, to tie up the ball game, send it to extras, wound up losing that one.
Here's a good at bat for the youngster. Soft single on the left. Fought off a couple of tough pitches, which you ordinarily don't see a guy who's 6'4", 220, 23 years old. You don't see him with that kind of, so to speak, discipline up there. Well, just fight off the tough slider, and then get something he can put into play off the end of the bat and get himself a base hit.
He fouled off some pitches out of the zone, but close enough, and got a pitch that had most of the plate and took it into left field.
So here's Russell Mitchell. That was a bad beat we took, but that's baseball. You can live with that one. First of this 3-game set. We didn't beat ourselves, we just got beat.
And your closer is going to give up some runs. And when he's your closer, when he does give up the runs, that's usually going to be the ball game.
And the count 0-2. Mitchell, 2 for 20. That was a big hit against us. Down ball. Next A. That comes back. Nice. Second double play turned by the Sox after 2.5 is still a 4-0 good guy. Governor Pat Quinn would like to encourage fans to remember our servicemen and women and their families. To contribute to the Illinois Military Family Relief Fund and other veteran programs, Illinois offers. Visit OperationHomefront.org. OperationHomefront.org. Here's A.J. Cranked out a long home run. Back in the first inning. Four runs, 6 hits, no errors for our guys. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for their guys. That pitch is low. You count 1-1. Trying to take that one into left off the end of the bat and to count 1-2. Just joining us, Alexei with a 2-run homer and an RBI double. There's AJ's homer, the 4th one. Souvenir left side. Top of the fourth in Kansas City, 3-1 St. Louis. Later on Atlanta taking on the Angels in Anaheim. And that's foul. Cleveland leading Cincinnati 7-4. Game in the sixth inning. Another big crowd on hand at Progressive Field. And this little number. Mitchell has it and has Pierzynski. One down. And you can join the White Sox team members as they trade in their cleats for bowling shoes and throw strikes for charity at the annual White Sox Celebrity Bowling Classic presented by Miller Lite. Proceeds benefit pediatric research and treatment programs at Children's Memorial and University of Chicago Cromer Children's Hospital. So for more information or book a reservation, call 312-674-5391.
Oh, that's not important.
There's a strike. And the count 1-1. Alex singles his first trip. High into left field. The call, fighting that win. And it's out number 2, and that'll bring up Vizquel.
Vizquel's a very solid shortstop. Came up with the Atlanta Braves. Had some big years with them. Before moving on as a free agent to Los Angeles Dodgers, being hurt most of that first free agent contract, and then re-signed once again.
One pitch. Advantage Vizquel.
Homer actually played a game in right field.
Chopper for call. That didn't take long. 1, 2, 3, and we're into the fourth. Sports Game Zone for up-to-the-minute stats and information. Log on to www.wgntv.com and enter the Game Zone, brought to you by Connie's Pizza. Park on Connie's at Archer Avenue and take their free shuttle to each and every game. Call 312-CONNIES for more information.
So far, Edwin has faced just 9 men through 3 innings, courtesy of 2 double plays.
And they're back at the top of the order with Rafael Foucault. Struck out on a check swing. Yes, nice pick by Dunn.
That might be the only pitcher to get hit in the back by a ground ball that's right up the middle. But he
softly hit ground ball.
He did, and Gordon right there to make the play, and on the other end, Adam Dunn. Gordon bare hand in the dirt, long hop for Dunn, who controls it. Goes it to Gary Cedarstrom. Great play on both ends. Otherwise, Raquel's got a base hit.
So here's Carroll. He grounded out to Beckham. Takes ball 1. And there's the strike. Two and 1. Just turning in. Sox 3 in the first, 1 in the second. 2-run homer by Ramirez. Solo shot by Pierzynski in the first, and an RBI double by Alexei in the second. Bobbles it, and it'll be an error.
Alexei comes in and he's got time. Carroll is not tremendously fast. Just hits the heel of the glove and bounds away. So for Ramirez, error number 8.
That'll bring up Ethier. Struck out on the slider, down and in. Carroll decent lead. Jackson slow to the plate. And checking some other scores for you. Top of the 7th in the Bronx. Mets leading the Yankees 3-1. Bottom of the 7th up in Canada. Houston leading Toronto 3-2. There's the strike. Tampa Bay shutting out the Marlins 4-0. Game in the top of the 8th in Fort Lauderdale. Bottom of the 6th at PNC. Tigers shutting out Pittsburgh 2-0. Texas shutting out Philadelphia 1-0. Top of the 7th at Citizens Bank Ballpark. Well, it's been a long time since I can recall this many shutouts.
It very much is the year of the pitcher. A lot of good young ones coming up. Some of the veterans adding a little cut to the fastball they might have had all of these years.
If guys can learn how to throw the cutter, it just ups their performance value probably a minimum 15 to 20%.
You've seen what it does with Mark Burley. Right-handers who have trouble getting the ball inside the left-handers, they can cut it in there, get it in a lot easier.
That's a bullet foul. I'm glad they didn't have that pitcher out. That to me is the most devastating pitch in the game today, that cutter. And especially right-handers to left-handed hitters and left-handed pitchers to right-handed hitters.
Well, you expect the ball, if you see spin on it, you expect it to go down like a slider, but it doesn't. It stays up and slides across. And you get it off the good part of the bat and right in on the hands.
2-2. Flips that one foul. Later on tonight, Minnesota taking on D-backs, or I should say this afternoon, in Arizona. And tonight, Cubs taking on the Red Sox at Fenway. Two and two the count. One out. It's full. No walks. Come on, Edwin.
That one just tried to overpower that one. Pitching comfortably at 94-95. Threw that one at 98. But well out of the zone. It's Matt Kemp. Waits patiently and will come to bat unless Ethier decides to ground into a double play.
There he goes. And that pitch is fouled away. After 6 in Cleveland, 8-4 Tribe over Cincinnati. Indians on a roll.
Edwin has thrown the ball all over that zone. Try to get Andre Ethier.
There he goes again. There's a strike him out and a high throw in the center field. That'll be an error. Second one on AJ.
Stolen base. E2. Gets Ethier swinging. And a shot. Airmails Alexi. Carroll goes to third.
So here's Kemp. He grounded out to Vizquel. First pitch strike. Kemp, just 26 years old. 12 for 15 in stolen bases. And that's out of play.
He came out of the Dodger system. 6th round draft pick in June 2003. Had some pretty decent years. Now he's getting a bounce back year after a tough last year where he hit 249. With good power numbers the last couple of years. And he's starting to find the power they knew he had all along.
28 homers last year, 89 RBIs. He gone. This strikeout, Edwin, and he leads it 4-0. Winner of the series takes home the BP Crosstown Club. White Sox Cubs at U.S. Cellular Field, June 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Brent Lillibridge will lead it off. Takes it inside. He fouled out to James Loney.
Brent getting a chance to start 2 days in a row. Big day yesterday.
Long home run. He made a terrific catch. He's made some outstanding catches in the outfield.
The one he made in left center field was just absolutely brilliant. That was a Jake Peavy game. Probably helped save the game, or save the win, certainly, for Jake.
Those two he made in New York, I've never seen that on the last 2 outs of the ball game by anybody, much less the same guy.
And completely different plays.
Made one off Alex Rodriguez hitting the wall. The next one, Robinson Cano, a diving catch. Nobody thought he had a chance to get it. Boy, it sure helps when that ball doesn't hit the ground, doesn't it?
That makes good pitching staffs, good defense. If you've got a good pitching staff and you're not catching a baseball and they've got to get 4 or 5 outs on occasion in an inning, that's some problems. Although Edwin pitched over a couple of errors last night. Today, rather.
Mitchell. And that is out number 1. Here's Beckham. He singled and scored back in the second. Bottom of the 7th in Philadelphia. Texas still shutting him out 1-0. Matt Harrison and that Nintendo stuff he's got. For call. Loney can't pick it. There'll be an error on Rafael for call. Second of the season.
Call takes his time. Fires it across. Normally Loney's going to make this play, but the time he didn't. And he's 6.
So here's 1. 1 for 2 with a run scored. There he goes. And the pitch is foul. 4-6-2 for our Sox. 0-2-1 for their Dodgers. Finale of this 3-game series and the finale of this 7-game homestand. Sox, as we speak, stand 4-2 on it. So if we can win this ball game today, have a nice homestand against Texas, Cleveland, and the Dodgers.
Good West Coast trip followed up by a good, strong homestand. And then very difficult trip coming up.
That ball hit hard deep. Ethier going back. He's there. Cannot make the play. Well, Beckham had to hold up a little bit. So he'll pull into third on the double by Juan Pierre.
Fifth double of the year. I think Juan thought that one had a chance for home run number 1. He goes down and gets it. And hits it a long way. Ethier going back to the wall. Can't come up with it. and a chance to pad the 4-run lead.
Come on, Alexei, have a good day. Just tuning in, he hit a 2-run homer in the first and an RBI double in the second. Now the infield in. Outfield straight up, spread out. That's low. What a big difference. Big situations for a hitter when it's 1-0 versus 0-1.
Last 14 games, Alexei has been heating it up. I'd like to say with the weather, but the weather hasn't heated up until last couple of days.
Oh, you got the catbird seat. 2-0.
Nice stop by for Rajas as he saves a run.
Alexei way up in that box, just slightly closed. And a 2-0 count. It's 3-0. Turn him loose. Got the infield in. Got a guy swinging the bat very well. That double he hit back in the second almost went out of here as well.
Green light. Even if you have it, this isn't a pitch you should be going after. A ball in the dirt blowing away.
Well, we swing so infrequently 3-0. You got to find out who can and who cannot hit 3-0. If you're going to swing at a pitch like that, you can't hit 3-0.
I think we just saw a real good example of why the take sign is usually given. Now Alexei is in his comfort zone at 3-1.
That's the thing about hitting 3-0. Even if you do chase a bad pitch, foul it off or whatever, you still got the catbird seat. And he pops him up. Ether, long way to go. Nobody's going to get it. So here comes Beckham. It's 5-0. Pierre goes into third. So the arrow jumps up and bites him.
Fourth run batted in of the day, and it leaves Alexei just a triple away from the cycle. With the infield in, and Ethier back fairly deep in right field. Lynn pushing this ball away from Carroll. No chance for Ethier to come get it. So
well, that's what we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. When the wind is blowing, you can't tell in this park. As a rule, it's usually the opposite the way the flags are blowing. That wind was pushing that ball, as you mentioned, away from Carroll. And yet it's blowing out to left.
It is. And now it looks like Ethier is coming in. Let's not be 100% today because he's not running particularly well.
So Tony Gwynn will go into right field.
You can see there's something wrong as he talks with the trainer.
So here's Adam Dunn. Adam 0 for 1 with a walk. Can't get that curveball. Runners at the corners, one down. Paulie on deck. Short lead by Alexis. Nice take by Adam. 1-1. Got the shift on. 2 balls and a strike. Outfield, they're deep, they're spread out. And the count 3-1. Zoning in, reel him in. And light him up, 32. Checks it up, and that's ball 4. So Kuroda must remember that 3 for 7 against him by Dunn with a homer, because here comes Paulie. Only 2 walks issued by Kuroda, both to Adam.
Eric Honeycutt coming out to have a talk with Kuroda. He wants to kill some time to allow that bullpen that just got up to get loose. Don Mattingly talking with Ethier. Could very well be when he hit the ball, done something to his ankle. He is limping noticeably. Yet another Dodger injury in a year absolutely filled with them.
All right, while we have a moment, if you're looking for a flexible ticket plan, well, the Ozzie plan is just for you. It's your choice of 13 games, including the BP Crosstown Cup Series against the Cubs, matchups against the Twins, Yankees, and Red Sox. Now, the Ozzie plan is available right now. So just call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com.
Fielden Culbreth went out to break it up. So Honeycutt back into the dugout. And Javi Guerra sitting up in the bullpen.
Well, that's the first time Fielden Culbreth's name has been mentioned in this game, so that'll tell you it's 3 1/3. Nobody's been complaining. And yesterday, Adrian Johnson, we never mentioned his name until he said what a good job he was doing.
Now this has been well umpired series.
We've never seen Adrian Johnson have nothing but a good day. Sox packed with Sox. Takes low ball 1. Pierzynski on deck. A beautiful day here in the beautiful city. And a count 2-0. Even back. Just have a big chance though for some thunder showers later on this afternoon. Right now it has just been gorgeous. Three and 0, turn him loose. Let this guy hit anytime he wants to.
before the game, after the game, anytime.
Anytime. Anytime, Paul. Pops him up. Short center field. Pierre. Kemp can throw. It is the throw. Safe. Beautiful. Beautiful. So the sacrifice fly by Konerko picks up his 36th RBI. And it's 6-0.
And I think Barajas might be hurt. Set up behind the plate. It's a good throw. It's right there. And dropped his knee down to try to make the tag. But didn't get there. Watch it again. How many guys are going to make this play this close with Juan Pierre running?
It was close. So here's AJ. He has homered and he has grounded to third.
RBI number 36 for Paulie.
And that's low. Rhoda, if you're just tuning in, has been having trouble getting ahead of our hitters. That's one reason he's losing. 6-0 to go along with that error by Furcal in this inning. Grabs the strike to even the count at 1. Cleveland now leading Cincinnati 9-4, hitting in the bottom of the 7th. One and two the count. Pierzynski. Two on, two out. And the 1-2 pitch. If you missed that home run by AJ back in the first inning, poof. Goes short, quick. Boy, when he stays in front of his chest with his hands on the finish, he is tough. Rhoda gets him on a bad pitch, but we put 2 on the board. Both of them unearned. We'll take them.
By the Illinois Lottery Mega Millions and Powerball. Tuesday's Mega Millions jackpot is worth $26 million. Wednesday's Powerball jackpot is worth a whopping $144 million.
Buy your ticket.
Indeed.
I bought some this morning.
Unfortunately, I watched the drawing last night, knew I had lost before I went to bed. So I figured I had to get up and come to work again.
I got to have Arrows check our nose. As you say, though, we didn't win. But here we go. Can't win unless you play. It'll be Loney, Barajas, and Gibbons. Loney had a prototype duck snort base hit. One of two. Both of them have been duck snorts. Everyone's given up those 2 hits. No walks, 5 strikeouts.
Pitched over a couple of errors last inning. He's been pretty tough today. The wind is starting to kick up a little bit more, and the clouds are starting to roll in.
Yeah. And there's a strike, so the count 1-2.
Impressive numbers to this point. Edwin Jackson.
That is by Adam. That'll be a leadoff double. So that is just his 7th extra base hit. 6 doubles, 1 homer.
This for a guy with 41 doubles last year. He takes this little cutter, takes it right down the line, past Adam Dunn. Rattles around for a bit in the corner. And wisely does not touch a ball in play. And Yonder Navarro coming on to pinch hit.
Barajas. Knee must be hurting him.
I think when he went after that play at the plate, he got shaken up because he was on one knee for a bit, and Kuroda came in, took a look, and they can ill afford any more injuries. They've had Uribe, Ethier, and now Barajas just in this series alone.
Yeah, that club's a mess. It really is.
Yeah, it's been very tough for him. And how Mattingly has kept him afloat, I don't know. The pitching has been pretty good. But you lose your closer, Jonathan Broxton. Got Casey Blake not able to play. McCall has been gone basically for most of this year. And now 3 more today.
Up high. And the count 1-2. Outfield straight up, spread out for Navarro. And that's foul. Thank you. St. Louis leading Kansas City 7-1 now, top of the 5th, Kauffman Stadium.
Cleveland has decided today that they're going to hit the baseball. 12-4. Now lead the Reds, trying to sweep that series.
Karem's off. Alexei. Yes. Nice recovery right there. 1-6-3 on the play.
You don't see these very often, and we've seen it twice in 2 innings. A 1-4-3 last inning and a 1-6-3 this inning. Good play by Ramirez. Has a little extra time with Navarro going up the line, and he gets him at first.
So here's Gibbons. He struck out swinging on the fastball. That's another fastball. That one at 97, just underneath it. Count 0-2. Thirty-four-year-old veteran Jay Gibbons. Reach back that one at 99. That one, AJ could not block. Now, on a wild pitch.
That's the 5th wild pitch by Jackson. Chance at all for AJ as this one sweeps low and in, almost hits Gibbons in the back foot, takes that high hop, goes by him.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice pick by Adam. Nice play by Donovan. As Loney will score. And it's the 6-1 ball game.
Gibbons probably thought he had a base hit. Adam Dunn reaches out and gets it there in plenty of time.
Bring up Jerry Sands. Had a little soft single, which was really a good at bat for him. Fouled off several real tough pitches. Finally got something he could put in play, and he did. Slider, and the count evens at 1. Two and 1. Two out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on. No walks. There's another soft single in the left field. So he's 2 for 2. Sands is just 23, as I mentioned, and in the offseason in North Carolina, he is a substitute teacher.
If he gets a chance to play a whole lot more, I'm not sure that he's going to continue that unless he truly loves it, because he's going to make a lot of money in this game.
Yes, he is. He's going to be a good one. So here's Mitchell. Hit into a 6-4-3 double play. Takes ball 1.
Pitch number 85 coming. This is a relatively high number when you only give up 4 hits. Edwin does lead by 5 runs.
One and 1 to count. 26-year-old catcher, all-purpose player. He's made 3 real good plays. Defensively, a third in this series. And Chicagoland viewers, how would you like to win $5 footlongs from Subway? Just be the 500th texter to text Subway to 97999. Go to WGNTV.com for complete info and rules. Six runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for our Sox. 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error for their Dodgers. Throwing away. Fans last year also stole 18 bases. The 2-2. There he goes. Got a good jump.
3rd stolen base of the year. Even 5 runs down. Mattingly knows that his ball club doesn't have a whole lot of power in it. He's trying to run his way into another run.
You gotta believe it. You got to use everything you've got, and you got all the problems he's got.
You're not kidding. And the problem's mounting up.
So another full count. So we pitch number 89. Not even close. First walk issued by Jackson. And here comes Coop.
Well, it's pretty easy to figure out what he's going to tell him here. You got a 5-run lead. And you can't get behind these guys because you're making dangerous hitters out of guys that have fairly low batting averages. But for a terrific play on Navarro by a combination of Jackson and Ramirez, and on Gibbons by Adam Dunn, this could have been a fairly big inning for these Dodgers.
Carlos struck out and then grounded out to Beckham, who made a heck of a play on him. Dunn made a heck of a pick on the throw. 2 on, 2 out, 1 in. And that's up high. There's the strike. Jamie Carroll on deck. This is the guy you want. The 2-1. McCall did not appreciate that call. gone. And that'll do it. We are halfway home leading 6-1. Fifth inning.
Yanner Navarro stays in the game behind the plate.
And here is Alex Rios. Alex is 1 for 2. Takes ball 1. Got your outfielder moving around the whole pitch. Straight up, spread out. Mitchell. And that's out number 1. And a reminder, you can join the Shy Sox mobile group today by texting OAK, that's OAK, for a chance to win $50 in Comiskey cash and 4 tickets to the game on June 10th versus Oakland. Shy Sox mobile users get special offers, exclusive vehicles, contest info, and great prizes. Joining is free, but message and data rates may apply. So text OAK to Shy Sox. That's 244-769 to be entered to win. Foul off the bat of Omar Vizquel, who has popped to short and grounded to short. So, big White Sox hello to one of our own, Rob Lyons. Birthday today. Happy birthday, Rob. Been here a long time. Mitchell's got it. 2 down.
And birthday greetings to Michael Rubin, celebrating birthday number 25.
Yeah, Michael.
They can get into a birthday month. More parties than anybody I've ever seen.
Here's Lillibridge. He's fouled out to Loney and grounded to Mitchell.
Happy 65th birthday to Bob Albright. Celebrating at the ballpark today.
Boy, he needs some rest.
He looks good for 65.
No, he needs some rest. Jacks it up, takes it outside, and the count evens at 1. Top of the 9th, and Pittsburgh 2-0 Tigers. And that's popped up. Sands is there.
It was funny because Raquel was running around, turning circles, and finally Sands says, I got it.
It is still 6-1 good guy. To Jamie Carroll leading off here in the top of the 6th inning is taken for a ball. Carroll is grounded to second and reached on an error by Ramirez. Real easy play just off the heel of his glove in the second bounce. There's a strike, 1-2.
Tony Gwynn in the on deck circle. He'll come on to make his first hitting appearance as he took over in right field for Andre Ethier.
Two and two the count. Got to hurry this time. Can't make it. He finds a way to get his hits against us. Man. Leadoff single.
The base hit yesterday. 4 in the first game.
So here's Ethier. Now check that. Gwynn hitting for Ethier's spot. He was 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Shuffles it very quickly over. Good clean hard slide by Carroll. And that's out number 1. So that'll bring up Matt Kemp to clean up hitter. Center field.
This ball hits off the mound and it's slowly hit. You're not going to get 2, not with Tony Gwynn running anyway, but just in case, Jamie Carroll goes down, take the legs out from under Gordon Beckham, and they settle for the 4s.
Kemp has grounded to third and he has struck out. Ball 1. And it's mentioned earlier, we will board our charter after the game, head on down to Texas, where tomorrow night Johnny Danks will hit the bump against Alexei Ogando. And on Tuesday, the Jake Meister. That ball gets away from Dunn into the seats. So we got a wild pitch and now an error.
Going to be the third error of the day.
But we got Jake Peavy against Derek Holland. Wednesday, Gavin Floyd against C.J. Wilson. And all three of those games will be over Comcast Sportsnet.
Chance on that one for Adam Dunn.
1-1 to count to Kim.
Ready to deliver pitch number 103. That time, he got away with a hanging slider on the inside part of the plate.
Last time out against Texas, he threw 112 pitches and 5 1/3. And that is fouled right side. Souvenir.
Bullpen up and going. It's Chris Sale. Gavin Floyd just out for a little exercise.
Now time is called. He gone. 7 strikeouts now by Edwin. 2 down. And that'll bring up Loney.
Edwin got him on the slider. Was one of his better ones today. Kept well out in front of it. And good movement.
Loney is 2 for 2. A broken bat duck snort single in the right, and then he hit a double right down the line last inning leading off and came around to score. Wild pitch by Edwin set that up. Cost him an earned run. Two and 0 the count. Sox with 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth. Dodgers, their lone run coming last inning. And the count 3-0. Deanna Navarro on deck. Cincinnati hitting in the top of the 9th in Cleveland. Reds trailing the Tribe 12-4. There's ball 4. So the second walk. And here comes Ozzie. .108 pitches, 5 2/3.
And really laboring. So Chris Sale's going to come into the game. Edwin Jackson threw the ball well and very frequently will depart. And we'll step out and be back after these messages. right side. There's a look at Sale at 2-0. ERA 5.28, on for the 16th time. Lately, he's thrown the ball a whole lot better. He inherits 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the 6th inning, and he also inherits a 5-run lead.
So here's Navarro. He grounded out last inning, 1-6-3. Yeah, some dark clouds. Really starting to roll in as that pitch is high and wide. Can't get that one. Third final from Toronto, 3-2 Houston. Final from Philadelphia, 2-0 Texas. Matt Harrison. Nintendo Harrison. Bottom of the 9th in Pittsburgh, 2-0 Tigers.
Tigers won that one. Lead.
Fouls that back.
Brought in Valverde. He inherited a couple of men on, nobody out, and just shut the door.
Tampa Bay shuts out the Marlins 4-0. James Shields 5-2.
He's a good one.
A great changeup. One of the better ones in the league. That game he pitched against us, that's the best we've ever seen. Pretty good breaking ball right there, didn't get it.
Take a look at where the 4 appears. Just sweeps in off the plate. Surprise, Navarro didn't go after it.
So 2 out, 2 on, and the 2-2 pitch. He gone. And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th, leading 6-1. Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers for their support of local youth baseball leagues. Through the Chevy Youth Baseball Program, the local Chevrolet dealers are supporting over 35,000 young ball players in their communities. Big leagues to the youth leagues, Chevy is truly the official vehicle of baseball. So we're going to the bottom of the 6th here, and the clouds are starting to come in. Jim Angie, our director, tells us it's not great. Art does not look good. But we have some early offense, especially from Alexei Ramirez.
And we have unofficial game at this point. So just like yesterday, some solid pitching, some good early offense, and a 5-run lead even with the clouds coming in. Kuroda, however, still in the game, eating up some innings, knowing that the Dodgers go to Houston, no days off.
1-1 to count. Beckham is 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. He reached on an error as well. Fouls that one back. Joe Butler. I'm out of here. And there's another souvenir. 25,081. Attendance. 25,519 last night. Well, we got to get this one this afternoon, and then our work is still not done. We got to really pull hard. We got to get one tonight. Go Bulls.
Tough place to play.
No, not when you can play defense like they can. They don't care where they play them. Play them at O'Hare, Midway. As he got him. Third strikeout for Hiroki Kuroda. And it'll bring him one. One's had a good day. 2 for 3, 2 runs scored. A single, a pop up to left, and then a double deep to right. Play that Ethier got hurt on. That's in the left field. Sands coming on. He can't get there. So Rich beat aboard. And more importantly, got to get one going. 3 hits today. So he is now 6 for 14 in this series. And here comes Alexei, who was 3 for 3 with a 2-run homer and 2 other RBIs, an RBI double and an RBI single. Six, 9, and 3 for us. 1, 5, and 1 for them. Top of the ninth in Milwaukee. Brew Crew leading the Rockies 3-1. Ball gets away from Navarro. So now Juan steals third.
The chance that was a pass ball. We'll have to take another look at it.
Looked like a pass ball from up here.
Not sure how that's a wild pitch.
Just a pass ball. He'll change it.
I think so. Let's change the pass ball. Pitch. Nice play by Mitchell. And that's out number 2. And Russ Mitchell had a terrific defensive series.
Yeah. Especially when you think of primary position. It's a
catcher, first baseman, occasional third baseman.
Well, same could be said for Canerco, who started out as a catcher. Here's Mattingly. He comes out as Adam Dunn will be the hitter. So Kuroda, he will depart. And we'll be back.
Opponents haven't been doing much against him. And Adam Dunn trying to break that 0 for 30 against left-hand pitchers. No better time to do it than now.
He's 0 for 1 today, but he has walked twice. Outfield straight up, deep, spread. Pierre at second, and that breaking ball misses to even the count at 1. Checks it up, and the count 2-1. Big swing. Trying to work on cutting that swing down. Especially when you go big. And it's easier said than done. The 2-2 pitch. And it's full. And that's ball 4 for the 3rd walk of the day for Adam. And here comes Paulie, who was 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly.
Not exactly what Don Mattingly had in mind when he went to the left-hander against the left-hander. He didn't want to see him having to face Paul Konerko.
Well, he pitched him like he was hitting 422 with 36 home runs. Something out as he takes ball one. Paulie looking at that ball extremely well. He's seen that ball about 58, 59 feet. When you get a hitter that's seeing the ball that far, he's dangerous. Of course, it's a guy who's only seen it 54, 55 feet. There's a count 2-0. 2 on, 2 out. 2 balls, no strikes. High pop up, just underneath it. The call has a major league pop up, makes the catch. That'll retire the side, and we are into the 7th. For the 7th inning. Jay Gibbons will lead it off for the Doyers. He is struck out. And then Adam Dunn took a base hit away from him on a beautiful play. The ball was smoked by Gibbons. There's a breaking ball, misses. Six runs on 9 hits for us. 1 run on 5 hits for them. Has a count 2-0. And there's a stop. And that's in the center field. That's going to be a base hit. And it's going to be a double for Gibbons.
Sale got behind in the count and went at Gibbons with a fastball. Just his second double of the season. That one was out away from him, but he was able to hook it into right center field.
So here's Jerry Sands. He's 2 for 2 today. Make it 3 for 3. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Forget about the man at third. Get the hitter, who is Russell Mitchell. He is 0 for 1 with a walk.
AJ going out to kill a little time, as I think Ozzy's going to get that bullpen up again.
And while they do, Sox fans, June 5th, well, that's White Sox kids jerseys presented by Pepsi. Come out to USA La Field on Sunday, June 5th, as our Sox take on the Tigers. First 10,000 children 13 and under will receive White Sox kids jerseys courtesy of all the great folks at Pepsi.
Jesse Crane loosening in the pen.
So here's Mitchell. And there's the strike. So the count 1-1.
AJ liked that one.
Yeah, he did.
I can understand why he did. He had the whole plate. And he's talking with Field and Culbreth about the location of that.
Yeah, big difference between 1 and 2. Huge difference. And there's a strike. Pops out of the glove. The ejector button gotten it. Yeah, he's getting hit from Matting.
He said, don't let him talk to you and call it a strike on the next pitch.
He knows one swing of the bat, and this is a new Wago. Breaking ball, no. So a full count. We don't need any walks.
Cal is a stronger hitter from the right side than the left.
Fail. Trouble of brewing. Trouble of brewing. Here in the top of the 7th. Sox packed. Nobody out. Here's for a call. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of punch outs. And here comes Ozzie. Last thing Ozzie wanted to do today was have to go to Jesse Crane with a 6-1 lead.
Especially in the 7th inning.
So he's made the call to the pen. Chris Sale comes in, works a third of an inning. He'll depart. He'll be back. You do with an extra $1,000 a week every week for the rest of your life? Well, to play Cash for Life instant games from the Illinois Lottery. You keep living, they keep giving. $1,000 a week for life. The longer you live, the more you get.
And Jesse Crane comes into this one with the bases full of Dodgers. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. Crane is 1-1, ERA 2.57 out for the 19th time. Jesse's had a terrific curveball this year. His last time out, he was absolutely brilliant, pitching his way out of some problems. That coming in the first game of the series.
He's got his work cut out for him. Chris Sale leaves with the bases loaded and nobody out. So here we go. First pitch strike to Furcal. That is 94. And there's a strike. 0-2.
Well, two great pitchers' pitches. Furcal knew he couldn't do anything with either of them.
He gone. Big out. Jesse Crane.
Well, Ozzie wanted to keep Furcal hitting from the left side, which is one of the reasons why he took Sale out of the game and brought in Crane. 3 pitches, 1 out, and now a ground ball double play away from getting out of the inning.
And a tough little customer at the plate in Jamie Carroll. Another little infield single. He's 1 for 3. He is 6 for 12 in this series. Takes ball 1.
Rain on Friday night came into a similar situation. Matt Thornton went a third of an inning. Rain came in with the bases loaded and got out of it.
And the count 2-0. Big pitch right here. And the count 3-0. There's one. Tony Gwynn Jr. on deck as the 3-1 pitch. It's a 6-2 game. Now the tying run at the plate.
It's the 4th RBI of the year for Carroll. He missed it. Ethier was taken out of the game with a toe and a back problem. Tony Gwynn Jr. inserted in. He's had 1 at bat.
And they get into a 6-4 fielder's choice there. There's first pitch strike to him. Outfield about equidistant, slightly to the left. They're spread out. And the count 0-2. He did not go.
Good call by Adrian Johnson.
And that's up high, 2-2. Big pitch. Don't want to go full with it. Ground ball left side. Alexei. They get the force at second. And that's out number 2 as Sands scores. And it's a 6-3 ball game.
Ball squibbed to the left side. You can only think about one with Gwynn going down the line. Tying run at bat in their most prolific home run hitter.
Who's 0 for 3 today with a couple of strikeouts. Situation as he gets a strike. Breaking ball. Good lead by Gwynn. Close.
He just missed getting it. Good quick move. Jesse's got a great move over there. And he got Gwynn leaning the wrong way. He was just able to get the hand back in under the tag.
Another big lead. And the count 0-2 to Matt Kemp. Runners at the corners, 2 out. And the 0-2 pitch. There he goes. Big lead.
Had a tremendous jump. AJ throws through, but no chance.
Just did get a piece of it. So the count hangs at 1-2. Squibbed right side. Get over there. Yes, they just do get it. Nice play. Both sides done. And Jesse, and that'll retire the side. They put a pair on the board. 7th inning stretch. We lead at 6-3. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. 6-9-3 for our Sox. 3-7-1 for their Dodgers. Albert still on the mound as we're taking another look at the inning ending out.
This ball beating him by just an eyelash. Gary Cedarstrom on the call. And he got him by just enough.
So here's A.J. Takes ball 1. A.J. is 1 for 3 with a homer. A long homer back in the first inning. Just tuning in, Alexei Ramirez hit a 2-run homer in the first. 2 out. A.J. went deep. In the next inning, Alexei had an RBI double. That's into left center field. Sands makes the catch for out number 1. So here comes Mattingly as Alex Rios. Albert to get the left-hander. Mattingly's going to go to the pin. Also in the second, as I mentioned, Alexei with that RBI double. Then in the fourth, Alexei with an RBI single. So he is homered, driven in 4 today. Also Konerko with a sacrifice fly. But right here, Albert departs and we'll be back.
Garrett doesn't have a record. He's only had 3 previous appearances in 3 innings, a couple of hits. Struck out 3, no walks. So with a few injuries to the bullpen, Garrett getting his opportunity.
Alex is 1 for 3 today. There's that breaking ball off the plate. Send a big White Sox hello and happy birthday, father Tracy Williams, White Sox and Bulls eye doctor, to his dad Bob Williams, diehard Sox fan. Happy birthday, Bob.
Here's 25 years old, made his major league debut last Sunday. Came up from Double-A Chattanooga. Don Mattingly very familiar with him. He managed him in the Arizona Fall League.
Two and 1 to count. Caught the outside corner with that breaking pitch, and the count evens at 2. Tuning in 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth. Dodgers 1 in the fifth and 2 in the seventh. Let's get a couple more right here. Slowly hit for call. Got a gun. Uses it. 2 down. So here's Omar. First pitch strike. More. It's popped to short, grounded to short, and grounded to third. And a reminder, tickets for White Sox home games at U.S. Cellular Field are on sale right now. Tickets start at just $12 per seat, and the schedule is full of great matchups, promotional nights, and games featuring post-game fireworks. Purchase your tickets today by visiting whitesox.com or calling 866-SOX-GAME. 2-1 to count. And it's 3-1. Lilliebridge, the on-deck hitter. And that's ball 4. 2-out walk. Third walk issued by Dodger pitcher today.
Brent Lilliebridge 0 for 3. I'd probably like to add another insurance run.
Or 2.
Keeping it at Zion Omar. 1 out of 3 in the stolen base department.
Attaboy. Get yourself a count. First thing that they're trying to do going to that plate. You work hard, you battle hard to get a count. And the count 2-0. Even better. Right there, that one at 94. Checks it up, fouls it off. That will tick you off.
Especially if the ball is that far out of the strike zone. And you know you're looking at a 3-1 count. Instead, it's tied at 2.
And that's out of play. First and 30. And a full count. Omar. Will be out. Outfield, they're deep, especially Kent in center.
Gordon Beckham in the on-deck circle.
And some lightning in the background. There he goes. That ball hit high and deep into center field. Kemp has the bead. The ball, and that'll retire the side. We've finished 7 innings of play. We lead at 6-3.
Quite a day, a triple shy of a cycle. The last Sox player to hit for the cycle was Jose Valentin. In the year 2000 against Baltimore, it's 6-3. Sox about hit the Dodgers 9-7. The 3 errors today so far have not come back to haunt him. So Matt Thornton comes in the game. The lights are finally turned on, which is somewhat surprising. I think Don Mattingly was asking for it. Probably is going to wait till they take over. And there's the numbers of Matt Thornton. He's going to come on with a good bounce back appearance after the last time out in the first game of this series. Ready to face Loney. Loney
as the lights start to take effect.
2 for 2.
First pitch strike for the 27-year-old first baseman. And the count 0-2. Foul back and receiver near left side.
Wind is really starting to pick up.
Close pitch, didn't get it. And that's popped up left side. Omar, that Wynn's got it, taking it out of play.
Earlier in the ball game, that would have stayed in easily.
Easy.
Right now, it was blown back on top of the dugout.
Now that Wynn at home plate. Too much for Loney. And that's popped up. Omar, he sees what's happening now. He gets over there in a hurry, which would come to him, and that's out number one.
Got to stay with him all the way right now. Ben took that ball about 15 feet further toward the stands, but still plenty of room.
That ball into left field. One back. He's there. Makes the catch up against the fence. And that's out number two. Well, that Wynn's going to play havoc the rest of the way.
Wynn took that one. Navarro didn't get a whole lot of it. And Juan goes all the way back, very close to the wall. Just one step to spare.
Here's Jay Gibbons. He's 1 for 3. He doubled the lead off the seventh. Scored. That's when they had two in that inning. First pitch strike.
Angry clouds up overhead.
And that's fouled, and that's going to be way out. Two out, the 0-2 pitch. He gone. 1, 2, 3 innings from that. And we'll go to the bottom of the eighth, leading by 3.
And there they are against the Rangers. And it's all on Chicago Sports Net tomorrow night, Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon.
Gordon Beckham will lead it off for us here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Gordon is 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored today. Also made a heck of a play. Takes first pitch, strike. Good ball, and that's chopped foul.
It's played by Jeff Cox. Sergio Santos loosening in the pen.
Gotcha.
It got him, and it got him good.
So the leadoff man aboard.
Got him just next to the 1.
And here's Juan Pierre. Won 3 for 4 today with 2 runs crossing home plate. Mitchell in on the grass at third, outfield. Around to the left. There's a punt. Mitchell for the sacrifice. 5-3. And that'll bring up Alexei, who's 3 for 4 with a 2-run homer, RBI double, and an RBI single.
Triple would look pretty nice here.
We're not going to get a triple as deep as these guys.
Santos continues to throw, but if this run scores, it'll be a non-save situation.
Takes ball 1. And the count 2-0.
When you win because you can't get a pass in space.
Right here, Alexei. Looking for it, got it. Didn't do anything with it. 2 balls and a strike. That's a boy. That's in the gap. Have a good day. Alexei makes the turn. Here's a throw by Gwynn. Safe. 7-3 Sox. 4 for 5, Alexei. 5 RBIs.
That fastball up and out over the plate. Garrett fell behind. And Alexei making 2 bases all the way. Running on Tony Gwynn Jr., who makes it very close at second. Alexei grabs the bag with his foot and then his hand.
And here's Adam Dunn. 0 for 1 with 3 walks today. Takes it up high. And takes it right there. 1-1 to count. Breaking ball high. 2-1. And there's a base hit. That's going to fall. So here comes Alexei, and it's an 8-3 ball game. RBI number 21 for Allen.
Get him, dumps this ball into center field. Dallas McPherson comes on a pinch run. He will take over, no doubt, at first base. And it's a little more comfortable here after the 2 in the 8th.
What just happened?
Made some contact.
I tell you, he's really hot. Last night was a little tough for him after his 4 strikeouts. I know we'll talk to him a little bit, but he is overall he's handling it well. Paulie 0 for 3 with an RBI today. He's got 36 now. Takes it up high.
One thing Adam Dunn does have a whole lot of history to fall back on. He is in a new league. First time he's ever played the American League. And there's always an adjustment that first year. Trying to make a whole lot of things happen early to justify a 4-year contract. It'll happen for him. He's been too good for too long for it not to happen. Going to one of the great left-hand hitters ballparks in the country. Ballpark at Arlington.
Well, Field and Culbers say, come on, guys.
Ramon Troncoso coming up if he has to stem the tide.
Eight, 11-3 for our guys. 3, 7-1 for their guys. Sox trying to make it a 5-2 homestand. Where they had 2 against Texas, 2 against Cleveland, and 3 against these Dodgers. They probably did not hold it up. Over the top and the count 3-1. And that's ball 4. So here comes AJ. AJ 1 for 4. It was a long one. It was a homer. And Mattingly, I believe, is going to come out. So he's calling for Troncoso. Guerra will depart. And we'll be back.
There you look at the numbers. On for the 5th time. He was just recently recalled. He's got a couple of guys on. Only 1 out. 2 in. And a 5-run deficit.
And here comes AJ. Sox 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth, and 2 so far here in the 8th. First pitch strike.
Eventually made me unpack the bag and repack it because it was too heavy. I was going to charge. You better do it quickly, else you won't get on.
Should be. And rack them up. We'll go to the 9th, leading 8-3. Schedule hitters to face Matt Thornton. Gas upstairs, can't get it. Sands is 3 for 3 today. It his first major league homer yesterday. And the count 0-2.
Dallas McPherson stays in the game at first base.
Cues that one right off the end of the bat. One and two the count to the 23-year-old. It's going to be a good one. Oh, real good. The ball hit hard. Base hit. Gapper. Lillibridge gets to it, but that's going to be a double for Sands. So he's 4 for 4. Tenth two-bagger.
He had a couple of soft singles, but he drove that ball into right center field.
He is a good-looking, one of the better-looking 23-year-olds you want to see as far as upside. As here's Mitchell. He's 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. And that's a little looper. Out number 1. Reminder, you can visit the official online shop of the White Sox. Browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. So get your gear from the official source. Shop at whitesox.com. We accept no substitutes. So here's for a call. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts today. Shank, Dallas, 2 down.
He has been an inauspicious debut back into the lineup by for call. Coming off the DL.
Here's Carroll. Don't know what he's going to do. All he does is get on base against us. Takes first pitch strike.
Really fitting that he'd make the last out of the series.
It would be, hopefully. Indeed. When that ball comes down, this game will be over. So the Sox take the series from the Dodgers, make it a 5-2 homestand. And we'll be back.